guys, welcome back to Ashley's Homestead Adventures. Oh, today is a day that I have been waiting to show you guys for a while. But there's a couple things I want to update you on. Ooh, it's bright out here. The first one is this. I can't even begin to tell you how happy it makes my heart to look out across the field and see my sheep and Billie Jean all grazing, content, happy, not begging. They can hear my voice. They don't care. Oreo just came up for a drink of water. She's headed back out. Mama's heart is so happy, and they are staying in. They're being good. I was so afraid that they were going to ruin it for themselves and not stay in this fence. The babies have been so disrespectful of the net. And they were even disrespectful a little bit in the other pasture with the big hard-hitting electric fence. And then one day they got themselves on the wrong side, and I came in to feed them, and they wouldn't come over for food. They were like, nope, we've learned our lesson. And I was like, okay, we'll give this a shot, but I'm telling you guys, if you screw this up, you're going in the barn, and you're staying in the barn. And I know that sounds harsh, but geez, you guys, I'm tired of chasing animals around. So, and I really wanted this to work for them because of that. I mean, that is what, Missy Rescue just got zapped. That's what my dreams were made of. When I thought I wanted to do rotational grazing, that was the picture I had in my head. The next thing is what a difference a few days makes. Look at how green these pastures are looking. And that grass that I planted is growing up nicely. It's just looking really good. Missy Velvet got a bath the other day. I didn't show that to you guys, but I try to give her a bath every month. And I had missed last month, so she did get a bath. So if she looks cleaner, she is. Look at this compost. So I turned all the compost piles. I didn't show the other compost piles to you. They're looking good. But I turned this compost pile because maybe, as you've seen in some videos, the Bermuda grass was starting to, do its thing and, crawl up it. And so I went ahead and I took it from there and moved it to here. And look at this soil, you guys. This is all my compost, came out of the barn. Look at that. Oh, I'm so proud of it. I mean, it's not perfect, but man. And when you take it and it smells like good, yummy dirt. The kind of dirt that gardeners get all mushy about, and soil people and land management people get all geeky about. Yeah, that does that to me. Makes me proud. So that's a big old pile of rich goodness that I cannot wait to put on the garden. But that's not what we're doing today. And I do need to get a garden tour done for you guys. But that's also not what we're doing today. Today we are harvesting sweet potatoes. Well, we're doing a big harvest all together. We're gonna get these sweet potatoes knocked out. And so my sweet potatoes are right behind me here. And so that is Georgia Jet. That is Beauregard. So I took that bed and I cut it in half. And I put Georgia Jet on this side and Beauregard on this side. And we've been waiting for them to die, They have flowered. They're continuing to flower. And if you've never seen a sweet potato flower, and I didn't know this, but sweet potato flowers are kind of in demand. But here's a sweet potato flower. See if it'll focus. They're beautiful. They're all kind of drying up now, but this is just, it's a jungle. It's a sea of sweet potatoes. And I think that that is like 10 feet across. So, so that's what I'm doing today. That entire middle section is all sweet potatoes. So we are going to get to harvesting. So this is my first year doing sweet potatoes, and we planted 50, 25 of each variety, and they died almost completely back and then flushed anew. They got kind of a late start, so we left them in for a little longer, thinking that we needed to let them die. They have no plans of dying. And I have seen some massive sweet potatoes in here. I mean, big. They've put off runners, and now I'm digging like baby sweet potatoes from the runners. And I was trying to wait for Mr. Wonderful to harvest them, but he's gonna have to watch this one virtually. So I'm gonna quit gabbing and start working. This is a project I've been wanting to share with you guys. I'm gonna set you up on your stool and give you some music, and I'm gonna just get in the dirt and see what gold mine of sweet potatoes I have. I am so excited. Two things before I start. I have a garden snake in here somewhere. I've seen him. He's here. He's just a garter snake or a ribbon snake. I haven't seen him close enough to know which one, but he's a friend. He's not a foe, but he scares the bejesus out of me every time. So if you see me jumping around like all of a sudden I'm in a bullfight, it's because I've seen a 10-inch snake. Okay, it's okay. I don't generally recommend that you walk on your raised beds. However, that is why we planted sweet potatoes in the center of this bed. I can't reach all the way across, and so therefore we put something in there that I would have to get up in to plant and then get up in to harvest, and then that would be it. That would be the only getting up in that I would do. So just know ahead of time that I know that it's not good to walk in our raised beds. We really shouldn't make a habit of it, but the way that this one turned out, it just turned out that I need to get in it. And so I just try to do it as little as possible, hence the sweet potatoes. Here we go. Oh my God. We waited too long. That was a workout. So, I learned something here. I waited way too long. I mean, as you can see from the size of some of those, they are monstrous. But they're not edible. And I shouldn't say that. I don't know that they're not edible, but they've got great big splits in them like this. I am going to, a lot of the splits are healed over on a lot of these, so I am actually going to, the dogs have been eating on them. Here is what I have. This is one side, and there's a little pile, a small pile of sweet potatoes here. A small pile here, and you know, they're small, but that's fine. Anything that was, you know, there was a lot that were, here's the other pile, and I mean, I have a lot of them that are just monstrous, but split. They just went too long. But, so I am going to divide all of this stuff up and get all of my good sweet potatoes in the garage. And then I am going to, I'll divide up all of the sweet potatoes and all of the vines. And I'm gonna see if I can salvage some of those for, you know, whether it's, I cut off all the bad parts and maybe freeze them. Or if they're just, you know, I'll cook one up, you know, cook the good pieces of one up. And see, is it pithy, is it woody, does it cook decent? And if it does, then I'll cut the bad spots off and I'll process them and just cut the bad spots off and keep the good stuff. And, you know, put them in the freezer for sweet potato hash, sweet potato fries, or, you know, and potentially to can them as well. But I don't know that the big ones are, you know, they're really split, and some of them are really woody, and so I don't know if they're good. So anywho, we'll go around here. We ran out of light. Here is the other pile of vines, and then my other piles of sweet potatoes and the wheelbarrow. So I'm gonna get all my good ones that I know are good in my wheelbarrow, and I'll show you the haul. And here it is. So this is the wheelbarrow of good, definitely good sweet potatoes. And some of these are really nice, you know, decent size. And then we've got some baby ones in there too. This is the bucket of injured, bad. So I'm going to, you know, some of these I don't think they're savable at all, but the thing of it is that these spots aren't rotten, they're like scabbed over. So I'm wondering if, you know, they're still good once I cut the bad spots off. I mean, like this one, I don't think there's any hope left for that guy. I mean, that thing's as big as my head, you guys. It's huge. And you know, a lot of them are just split. You know, they're good all but this. So they went too long. Good, bad, and the ugly. But I'm gonna see what I can salvage off of these if I can. We'll see. And then this is bucket number 3. This is my cart that I keep on the back of my wheelbarrow. It's my big, great big cart. And that is the 3rd wheelbarrow of greens that are gonna go to the chickens tomorrow morning. But for now, I'm just gonna, I'll leave the bad ones out here, and the dogs, and you guys are gonna see sweet potatoes all over the farm. You know, and if there's a dog that looks like it's just randomly laying somewhere chewing on a football, it's a dog with a sweet potato. They've drugged them all over the place. You know, the big bad ones. So that's what the dogs are chewing on, if you wonder, for the next few days. And I will put the wheelbarrow of the good ones in the garage, and then I will go ahead and get those laid out. And tomorrow morning I'll take the vines to the chickens. So yeah, you guys, thank you for coming along with me while I harvested sweet potatoes. It was awesome to take you guys along. It was my first year growing sweet potatoes. I think that it was definitely a success. I would guess that I have 50 to 75 pounds of sweet potatoes. And this is what people didn't come and get. So I did have neighbors that came over and dug up some and took some home. So what a great thing. What a beautiful thing it is to garden. I hope you guys had a great day. I will catch you on the next one. Yours truly.